Hey there, welcome to Old Man Runner. In today's video, I'm going to go performance testing with my Jack 2.0. First, I'm going to send him around the park to do 1 kilometer gutbusters. Then I'm going to see if he's faster than me. Finally, going to see if he is faster. How is he faster? I'm making this video because I wanted to see how much performance gain somebody else other than me would get if they wore a carbon fiber shoe. So I got Jack a pair of Alphaflys to match mine except the size and sent him out to do a performance test, and then we're going to compare the times and see how they compare. Now Jack is 6'4" and I'm 5'8". Maybe on a good day with an anti-gravity machine, maybe I might stretch to sort of towards 5'9", but I'm much shorter than Jack. And not only that, he's 28 and I'm 58. So we talked about before the run, I think Jack is going to run faster, and I think he's going to run faster because his stride should be longer. And what I'm interested in is, will it just be his stride or will his cadence be faster as he's younger? We headed down to my local park, the Sean Moore Park. I'll show a video, here it is, of one I did earlier of me running around. You may have seen it before. And I've sped it up, obviously. But I wanted to show this video here just so you can see, what Jack had to run around. But also, I'll be doing a video, today is the 2nd of February 2022 as I stand here, 100 years since the publication of James Joyce's Ulysses. And in my next vlog, I'll be doing Strava art and James Joyce and Ulysses. And it'll be based in this particular park. So at least you get to see something of the park. And there are some straights in this, there are some twists, there's some bad surfacing. Not great to find the ultimate performance in a particular shoe in terms of a straight line, but very good on an overall balance. And because I previously have the data from myself running around in the Alphaflys, it's a great test. So here's a few images of Jack doing his gutbusters. Snatched with my iPhone, and you can see at the end that he truly got gut busted. So how fast did Jack run? Well, we didn't do ABBA tests, we just went out A/B. So he went out in his regular trainer shoe, his Brooks Glycerin, and he ran 3:39 a kilometer or 5:52 per mile, and then he ran in the Alphaflys 3:30 in the Alphafly at 5:38 per mile, going as fast as he could. The weather was terrible, it was very windy, conditions were suboptimal. So is Jack faster than me? Well, yes, he is. He ran 3:30 in the Alphaflys, or 5:38 per mile, and I ran 3:51 in the Alphaflys, previously 6:12 per mile. So Jack is about 10% faster than me over a kilometer. How much faster do we run in the Alphaflys? Well, Jack ran 4.5% faster than in his Brooks Glycerin 19s, and I ran 7.3% faster than my Hoka Clifton 7s. Now, this is a limited data set, so don't read too much into it, but the net result is we were both faster in a carbon fiber pair of shoes than in a regular, control, ordinary, everyday shoe. The essential question for me is, how is Jack faster? And that's why we wanted to do the data. So I strapped on my Stride foot pod and this watch, and he ran in those, and he also did it on his Garmin. He uses Garmin. But how is he faster? That's the essential question. We know he's longer legs, and we know there's less miles in those legs. I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't have a higher cadence than I. It was a bit like, so my little legs spinning around, and I was hoping, well, yes, he's got longer legs, but I mean, I think they're harder to spin through the air because they weigh more, but he is younger. But I was hoping that my cadence would be higher than his. I suppose it was a bit like that. We used to have a card game with kids called Top Trumps, and it was all about cars, and it had the data set for cars, and you would go up against some other guy and you try and pick what was the best data that you had. And so it might be number of cylinders if you're 12 or occasionally 16. It might be the horsepower, it might be the 0 to 60, whatever. You do this kind of stuff. And then if you out-trump the other person, you got the card, and so on and so forth. So I was kind of hoping some of my data would out-trump Jack's. So we'll have to see. My figures are on the here, and Jack's are here. I was going to say on the left or on the right, but I couldn't figure out which was which. Anyway, me, Jack. So Jack's cadence was lower overall at 175 steps per minute, whereas I was up at 202. Now 180 is regarded as good cadence, so I seem to be whirring along with the little legs. But Jack's stride was 1.62 meters and mine was 1.28. So that's a big gap. So to give you an idea, it's the length of this ruler every stride. So every time he took a stride, he was that much faster than me or further than me. My vertical oscillation and my ground contact time are less. I'll drill into those another day. There's lots of variables. My data was from last summer, so we're gonna have to do a few more accurate things to find it. But essentially, we know Jack's quicker and we probably know why. At the start of the video, I asked, how does Jack run faster? And we know it's his longer stride length. It's not his cadence. He has a longer stride length. It's as simple as that. But when I was younger, I ran faster. And I'm guessing, sorry, Jack, but as you get older, you might get slower. And there's probably some crossing point. Might try and find out what that would be. But what happened? Why did I slow down? Did I have a longer stride and then it slowed? I suspect that's what happened, but we're gonna have to do a little more delving and a little more data. But what I'm trying to find out next is, was I a better runner than Jack is now? So I'm gonna have to race Jack. I mean, this is gonna have to happen. I'm gonna have to race Jack. But the good news is I have the data. Okay, so I'm going to try and pick a test or a challenge that I can win adjusted for age. That's what I'm going to try and do. So, Jack, it's game on. Knowledge is power. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, it'd be great if you hit the like button. As always, there'll be stuff down in the description below, and I'll happily answer any questions that you put into the comments. There'll be a big blue subscribe button popping up there, and some related videos there. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, just keep running along.